Howdy. So before the video begins, I just want to thank you for clicking on it. It means a lot. I worked very hard on trying to put it out. It's weird, it's wacky, it's something new that I've never done before, and I wanted to experiment with my editing style. Before this video went out, I had edited twice, and the first time around when I made my footage, I'll go ahead and explain it in the video when you watch it, but my external drive ended up wiping out, and I had to restart the whole progress of filming and whatnot. After a couple days of editing, before I put this video out, my laptop ended up taking a dive while I was exporting and wiped out my entire system. So again, I have to go through, edit, and see what I can salvage. If you see this, the video's all up, good to go. Again, I'm grateful and I hope you enjoy it. I'm working hard on trying to get this out. I'm not gonna give up. It's very frustrating, but thank you, and I hope you enjoy the video. Hi, I'm Tusky.
And I am an artist.
Here he is. The boy done. He done. This is him. He's done. No more. I'm done working on him. I don't want to do anymore. This is it. Here's the back. So you must be asking yourself, why did you make this? Why are you a menace to society? Those are very valid questions. But in the end, I just don't care. I made it because it's just something that I thought it was a cool project. I had a vague idea what I was going for. Actually, no, that was a lie. I did have a blueprint that I made up. I threw it together as an illustration. As far as the process I went about making the paws first, my mentality was, okay, I don't quite know what I'm doing. I worked with faux fur in the past. Why don't I start on the small pieces first? Because if they look rough, they're gonna get beat up and rough anyway because they're gonna be more used. Take what I learned from there and apply it to the head. So what I want to do in the speed build segment is provide some useful tips that would help you if you ever consider making your own suit. What I went ahead and do is get a pattern. I divided it up into pieces. That way I had a general idea what I was trying to go for. When it came down to making patterns and proportioning where else you wanted to add pieces, duct tape, painter's tape, saran wrap is going to be your friend here. The eyes are what I had the most fun with. I wanted something consistent with the style I was trying to go for. So what I ended up doing is sketching out how I wanted it to look on post-it notes. You can use any art program here. I ended up using Photoshop just to determine how I wanted it scaled and painted. First time around, it didn't come out properly. After a bit of trial and error, I went ahead and redid the design. Went ahead and found some screen door mesh that was flexible enough to paint white and fit through my printer. For the final steps, I recommend investing in a good sewing machine and learning how to hand sew. Freckled Cat Creations has wonderful and beautifully done tutorials. I definitely recommend checking them out. And please, 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 please do not rely on just hot glue to keep your suit together. Also, invest in some really good trimmers. My favorite things, you get what you pay for, you take care of your tools take care of you. Let's just pause it right here, okay? I had hours of building footage until I made an uh-oh stinky and killed my drive, then it yeeted itself into the shadow realm. So check out my Instagram @barrier to see more detailed progress shots of my build. Yo, okay, this is my favorite part. You take your phone, you boop his nose, boom, you can scan it. I thought it was so innovative and quirky. I saw it on Twitter, I had to do it. I went on a deep dive on trying to figure out how to do this. Spoiler, by the way, they're called NFC chips. So this little doo-doo baby, I went ahead and got patterns because I didn't feel like making my own. I think for the paws, I went with, what is their name? Who are you? Paw patterns, I went with RunnerRabbit. I tried to follow them as best as I could. I think I got it. What is
that?
I need to fix that. I need to fix that.
To remind you, I've never made paws before, but when I say RunnerRabbit made this tutorial beginner friendly, I totally recommend it. I made some customizations to the rest of the paws. I added a layer of lycra in between the paws itself.
Just because I know my hands are gonna get pretty sweaty wearing them.
I seriously advise following this tutorial step by step. I got way too excited and decided to stuff the beans first instead of actually sewing the paw itself. It made the process a lot more difficult because of how much it was taking up space and trying to sew around it. As far as the base trim of these gloves, I went ahead and used fleece. I didn't take into account the wear and tear these gloves are going to get, and due to that, it's going to make the fabric a little more worn. So I highly recommend using Minky just because it can go through a lot more wear and tear and it's still more aesthetically pleasing in the end. And please take the time to work in some liner in your gloves. It's going to look really nice and it's going to hold up very well in the end.
So I'm pretty proud of like how well these turned out. A little rough around the edges, but first time. Looks good. It is what it is. As far as the tail, I went ahead and made my own pattern. This is the bad boy right here. Of course, very similar to a board, pretty bendy for the most part. I followed a tutorial by Sky Does Minecraft. Just kidding. Skyehigh Studios, where they went over the 1980s fursuit tail tutorial, and it was definitely what I was going for. So I mean, definitely what I was going for. You pull your belt loops through here, bend it how you want it. Yeah, this is it. This is the finished product. It is. I honestly did not consider myself making a video about this due to all my progress, all my video progress being wiped out. It just really discouraged me. I have a few projects that I do plan on doing in the future. As far as costumes, I want to start my progress on building my Titan from Destiny 2. I also wanted to get more into like VR content, just building more characters they're kind of just part of myself and I want to bring into the channel and build a community. As far as I don't know where I'm going to go right now, so whatever you see is whatever I'm going to put out, and we'll just go from there. You can follow me on my socials, my Instagram, on my Twitter. I want to do this full time, and so I'm working on this slowly. So if you want to support me, these projects are not cheap. You can leave my coffee in the description. I'm gradually trying to come up with more ways to monetize myself so I can keep funding these projects and keep putting things out, because I want to keep building cool stuff. That is my idea. I just want to make things. I don't have anything specific as far as like a path that I want to go on. I just see something, I think it looks cool, I think an idea is cool, I want to bring it to life, I want to build it, and that's my goal. That is what I wanted. Nonetheless, I appreciate any support y'all have to give, and as far as watching this video, I appreciate it. Thanks.